Ladies and gentlemen, Gungans and droids across our beloved empire, welcome to Arnold HoloNets News, where just mere moments ago, we got the brand new Wrecker kit reveal, and man, this character is looking like a lot of fun, if you ask me. So we're gonna break down this kit reveal today, but before we do that, everyone here on the YouTube live stream wants to say hello to everyone really quick. Say hello to them. Show the masses that you're here. Tell them that you are heard. Let them come. Let my children come. There we go. Come, 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 come. We are live on YouTube right now. As we currently speak, we are right now actually testing out Tech. And Tech is doing a lot of fun things. We've done some GOTB testing. We did some challenge rank or raid testing. As we speak, we are doing conquest and arena testing. So by the time you watch this video, we are probably still live. So come on over. But without further ado, let's go ahead, bring him on over to the kit reveal. So firstly, massive shout out to our puzzle solvers out there. There was a puzzle released a few moments ago, and the puzzle masters over on the SWGOH events Discord server managed to crack this puzzle in about 30 minutes, and it led us to the kit reveal for a Wrecker. And this guy, we got to work backwards a little bit. This character is a little bit complicated. It's actually funny. Chat point out, this is a character that doesn't like to read. He just wants to smash, but there's a lot of things we want to keep in mind. I just want to point your attention to this right here. His unique ability, Dauntless Commando, which will require a Zeta. He basically has two forms. He's got his casual form, and then he's got his Super Saiyan form. So when he's not in Super Saiyan form, known as Furious, we call that's not his final form. Gary, get some music back on here. Beautiful. So keep in mind, you're going to see this text called Fury, and that means he's in Super Saiyan mode. He gets basically, there's two parts to his kit. Basically, you got his normal kit, and then you got the Super Saiyan kit here. So I want to start off there because it's going to make a bit more sense, because at the beginning, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. So again, seems like it's going to be a marquee character, fairly similar to Tech and Hunter, and I've been loving the polygons, loving the little intros they're doing, and this team has been a lot of fun with the clones, and I think they have a lot of promise. Wrecker is going to be our new tank, and he's going to be taunting a ton here. Resilient clone trooper who protects his allies and gets empowered when taking damage. The cavalry deal physical damage to target enemy, and if the target enemy was target lock, and from our testing, Tech is going to be the person in charge of target lock, and he spams tons of target lock on his basic. We'll have a gameplay review for you guys tomorrow if you cannot make the stream, and he inflicts target speed down on enemies with the target lock. But once he gets into Super Saiyan mode, we'll explain how exactly he gets there. He gets an extra add-on to the ability right here where he can attack again. So he can attack twice on the basic. If he is in Furious and there is target lock on the opposing enemy, he can inflict speed down twice. Moving on. I hate that word. Cooldown of 2, and this is a crazy low cooldown, especially when you consider that Tech, once there's 3 stacks of translation, Tech can reduce cooldowns. He can hypothetically keep spamming this ability over and over and over again, and it's a big one. Clone Trooper allies recover protection equal to 5% of Wrecker's max health, max protection, and then Wrecker gains 1 Fury for each stealth character, then dispel stealth from all enemies. Hold that thought for a moment. But once he's in Super Saiyan mode, Bad Batch allies recover protection equal to 20% of Wrecker's max protection, and then Bad Batch allies gain 10% turn meter for each character who was stealth. Now, we were a little bit unclear what characters are we looking at. Crumb, the community manager, a little bit down here, confirms that it's looking at on both sides of the field, both ally and foe. So, holy cow. Now with that in mind, let's reread that again, because he's getting 1 stack of fear for each stealth character. Well, on your team, you're going to have Hunter hiding everyone under stealth. 4 characters right there, assuming Wrecker. It'll make more sense. Wrecker is not going to hide under stealth. He doesn't play around like that. 4, he's going to get 4 stacks of fury, but then it's going to count the enemy. And one thing we're noticing is that this team looks like it's going to be solid for GeoTV. You get a lot of Geo spies that hide under stealth, but also the General Grievous team loves the hide under stealth. So he's going to go ahead and gain tons of fury as a result. Let's just pretend 4 stacks from his stealth team, and then let's say there's 3 enemies on the other team that are stealth. Boom, 7 stacks of fury, and you're going to understand why this is important. And he's going to dispel stealth from all enemies. So he's going to say hello and pull Grievous and B2 right out of stealth to play with the big boys here. And then again, assuming you can constantly reduce his cooldowns with Tech, he can constantly spam turn meter gains on the team. we're not even done yet. We might have to revisit this ability in a short moment, but let's look at this awesome animation right here. Wrecking Ball, cooldown of 3 right here. Look at that. I love that he just pulls a B1 out of thin air. Love it. Deal physical damage to all enemies, and then he gains taunt for 2 turns, and then all clone trooper allies gain defense up and tenacity for 2 turns. The defense up, we were wondering, where is the defense up coming from? It's because the Hunter lead gives you special bonuses. We'll talk about Hunter lead in a moment here, but also we get the tenacity up here. And if he is furious, he also inflicts stun on all for 2 turns. Yikes. Insane. Inflict stun on all, not just target enemy, all. Like, holy cow. That's insane. It's not a lock, so he can still cleanse, of course. So Grievous can shake it off if he's starting to fall below 100%, or he's you're killing off the droids. Pretty insane right there. But now it's really going to start to make sense, because he is going to be furious literally all the time. At the start of battle, Wrecker gains plus 20% max health and max protection for each other Bad Batch ally. So right now, we only have 3 Bad Batch as of Wrecker. So he's going to be getting 40% max health and max protection. Well, when we get the next character, he's going to be able to get 60% max health and protection. We're assuming this is going to be a full team of 5. So he's going to get 80% max health and protection. And we got to go to that Hunter lead, because there's a lot to dive in there. And then here's where things get really crazy. Wrecker gains 1 stack of Fury for each clone trooper and each Bad Batch ally. And this sounds exactly like the Vader unique ability, No Escape. And it seems like he counts himself. And let's do some quick math here. Let's just pretend we're only getting 4 Bad Batch and you throw a 5th clone in. It sounds like he's going to start off with 9 stacks of Fury. And if we get that 5th Bad Batch member, assuming it's going to be Echo, there are 5 Bad Batch characters on the field, which means he starts off with 10 stacks of Furies. And why is 10 such an important number? Well, hold on. Whenever Wrecker gains stealth, he dispels it and gains taunt for 1 turn. So he is not going to hide under stealth like the rest of the Bad Batch. He's going to stand out there and do some serious work. And then here we go. This is important. Whenever Wrecker takes damage from an enemy, he gains 1 stack of Fury. So Mass Swarm is just going to feed tons of Fury to him. B2's constantly getting turns over and over again, constantly hitting Wrecker. He's going to get tons of Fury. And we've already shown how many easy ways there are to get Fury. But here's the magic number. At 10 stacks, he loses all stacks of Fury and then goes into his final form, Furious, for 2 turns, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. And when Wrecker gains Furious, he gains taunt for 1 turn. And here we go. And it shows right here. Furious means you get abilities are granted extra additional effects. So things get a little crazy and wild here. So as you're kind of seeing with these past couple abilities right here, it's going to be very easy to get him into Furious, because here he's counting stealth in both the enemy and your own team. So boom, tons of Fury right there. He's getting Fury when he's being damaged, and that's very easy to do, and especially if he's going to be taunting for the team. And furthermore, he's getting tons of Fury for each clone trooper and Bad Batch ally on the field. And my assumptions here, I don't know if this is a good assumption to make, but I'm assuming once he gets out of Furious, he's going to start again with X amount of Furies, depending on how many clone troopers and Bad Batch are on the team. This is still TBD. We don't quite understand this one entirely. If he goes, let's say you had 4 Bad Batch and 1 clones. After he gets out of Furious, does he go back to 9 stacks of Fury, or is this only a beginning of the encounter thing? And the reason why I don't think it's a beginning of the encounter, because it's a separate sentence from this. So we'll have to wait and see. But nonetheless, we're kind of showing that there's lots of ways to get Fury on this team. But let me just show you a couple things over here first. Bring him on over to the game gear really quickly. Thank you so much. So right now we're testing out tech. As you mentioned, tons of target lock is going to get applied on the field. And one thing I like is it seems like we're getting ways to make sure we don't need Captain Rex on this team. We got, for example, the cleanse that comes along with brilliant idea. Dispel all debuffs from clones. Fantastic. We got the heal right here. Tekker has got the tenacity up to provide for a team, and determine, which is a big role that Captain Rex has. Let's take a look at Hunter real quick and the lead, and I'll take a little trip down memory lane with Darth Vader. But then we have a different path right here, and this is starting to make a lot more sense. Look at this. You're getting 35% max health and 35% max protection, and Wrecker, through his unique ability, is already getting tons of max health and protection based on how many Bad Batch allies are on the field. It's gonna get crazy high. It's gonna get crazy around here. And then defense up. He grants defense up on his first special ability with, I hate that word, and as a result, he's going to be, correct myself, Gary. Thank you so much. You actually did something useful for once. On a Wrecking Ball, he's going to grant defense up And as a result, your Bad Batch allies are going to deal true damage to all enemies. And then we got a bunch of other stuff here. We already kind of talked about this a while ago. Target lock makes a lot more sense now that we have tech, yada, yada, yada. But you're starting to see a bigger picture. Wrecker is going to be a very durable tank. The stealth mechanic here, originally we've been doing some cute things, like for example, hiding Enfys Nest behind the clones. It's making a lot more sense. It's no longer just meant to be a gimmick. It's meant to help Wrecker get to Fury a lot faster, as well as taunting for the team. So Wrecker is going to be a very persistent and annoying taunting tank in the game. And then one more thing before we wrap up this party right here, I want to take you down memory lane with Darth Vader. Now, we've been having this little discussion in our YouTube chat. Ignore the mods. We're remodding for a lot of clones today. As you can see right here, this is something that is a bit reminiscent. Darth Vader on this unique ability counts himself when it comes to his speed calculation. He gets 8 speed until the end of the encounter for each of the following: Empire ally, Sith ally, Jedi enemy, Rebel enemy. And furthermore, 2 things to point out. 1, he counts himself into this calculation. And second point to make is that if you're both Empire and Sith, you get double bonuses. So he's getting plus 16 speed for each character. It's a Sith and Empire unit. And the reason why I want to bring this up is because when you take a look over at Wrecker, it seems like that verbiage is the same exact thing as this right here. Wrecker gains 1 stack of Fury for each clone trooper and each Bad Batch ally. So if you're a clone trooper and Bad Batch, you count as 2 Furies. And he counts himself as well, very much so like Darth Vader is. At least that's how we're understanding it right now. So it seems like once we get a full Bad Batch team, he's going to immediately start off with Furies. Kind of a fun kit, a little complicated, but I like that they created a Super Saiyan form out of him. I wish they gave him something to make go boom, because he likes when things go boom. Unfortunately, no boom in his kit, but dang, I have a feeling he's going to be smashing some faces out there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Gungans and Droids, say your last goodbyes to the people who watch this video. Again, if you're watching this video right now, come hang on the live stream here. We're going to do a little bit more attack streaming. But until then, always remember, I'll catch you in the next video. We'll get you that tech overview in case you can't make it to the stream. But more importantly, as we always love to say right here we go. Go, there we go. There you go. Come on. There we go. There's the chat. Everyone say it with me. As we always love to say around here before we leave for a video. Dang. It's great to be in the Empire today. We love you all. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch y'all on the flippity flip. Gary, Larry, somebody hit up that outro. Gary, where's my music? Gary? Gary? Gary. Get out. No. Get out. I'm sick and tired of you today. Get out!